Well, good evening everyone and welcome along to Inside Line Racing once again. It's ILR2 Season 3 live from a very soggy Monaco today. It's under the lights for the very first time in Formula 1 history. We're under the lights in Monaco and it should be an interesting one. It looks very, very slippery out there as the lights shine against the water on top of the track. We're back here at the Principality of Monaco, held since 1929, and of course that means it has been held since the inception of the Formula 1 World Championships in 1950. Of course, the master of Monaco is Ayrton Senna, but another master of Monaco is of course my co-commentator, Brandon.
Honestly, I have no words for every time you introduce me.
It gets better every week. No, in fairness, you did quite well tonight. You did well. So.
Well, considering I had a broken clutch, yes.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Sauber can't really afford good clutches.
No, they really can't.
Oh well. So we had a very, very, very exciting race in ILR1. It came down to the last lap, essentially. And a first-time winner in ILR came about in that as Dino just slides through the Nouvelle Chicane. But everybody seems to be out on their yachts enjoying the really bad weather here today, but enjoying the racing as we go to qualifying for the Monaco Grand Prix. And we're going to ride on board with the South African Dino Joe as he goes for a lap around. He's got a liable just in front of us. He's going to have to wait. We're going through Rascasse right now. Oh, we've got a bit of a stack up going on here. Now, this is typical Monaco. Everybody's just waiting patiently in line for the next person to go. And Dino Joe gets underway. Then we have the first DRS section is down the main straight here. As we run down towards turn number 1, down towards Saint-Devote. There's a little church on the inside there. You might just be able to spot it as we run through on the left-hand side. Maybe not quite there. But here we go, running up the hill then. Through Beau Rivage into Matinee. As you see, Eviar Matt on the inside gets out of the way. Long left-hander before we head into the Casino Square. Of course, the casino on the right-hand side there where you can blow all your money after the Grand Prix. And running down to the end at Mirabeau. Getting it tight on the inside, drops away there and into the Lowe's hairpin. But it's apparently called the Grand Hotel hairpin now, it's been renamed. Getting it as tight as you can. The slowest corner in Formula 1 is that hairpin there. About 25 miles an hour in the wet. About maybe double that in the dry. Very, very slow indeed. Just gone through Portier there where Ayrton Senna famously binned it, leading by 50 seconds in Monaco. And there's Massive popping the first time on the board on the 123.9 into the Nouvelle Chicane. Cuts the corner a bit, does Dino Joe. Well, I say a bit, quite a lot. And then we go down towards Tabac, this wonderful section, my favourite section of all. Through Tabac into the swimming pool section. Will be flat in the dry, but obviously not in the wet. Into the swimming pool then. And down to Rascasse. Getting down the gears, sliding the rears out a little bit. He's caught up to Lyle Blade, so that means he is going quicker. And into Anthony Nogues. The statue of him lies just at that corner. If you've got eagle eyes, you may be able to spot it. Across the line comes Dino Joe to set a lap of a 125.4. Quite a ways off the pace. It's currently Massive on a 123.9. That is the fastest. Now, I think it's going to be a dry race, but I wouldn't quote me on that.
It should be a dry race according to AVR Jake anyway, so the Merc engineers are hoping for a dry race anyway. It should be dry though.
Yeah, I would like to hope so.
Of ILR1. But looking at the lap times, everyone from basically Josh upwards have set a near a faster lap time than all the wet runners in ILR1. I think from Bulletproof down. So basically ZR Mercedes would have been faster than maybe Josh and Mr. Costa. But I think Corey and George on the same lap time. Just
wow, look at that.
But no, I think that they have an advantage being on regular, so if they cut that Nouvelle Chicane, they've got a bit of a leeway. They don't have to back off because they haven't invalidated the lap time.
Yep, of course, we do have the thing where we do if drivers are... Well, there's a random process of submitting your qualifying lap, so they may get caught out by it. That's the trade-off, I suppose. But I'm looking at George now. Tom has managed to join, but he'll be starting down the back as a result. There we go. Looking at George fishtailing the Force India. Looking at the Force India course, holds the fastest lap around Monaco.
Just noticed the FC Matthews in here.
Oh, he is as
Did
well.
not realise. Did not realise he had sneakily joined into the Sauber.
There he is. Yeah, just in front of George actually. So good timing, I suppose. But yeah, Force India hold the official fastest lap around Monaco on a 1:14.8 as Matthew clatters the wall, gets out of the way of George. Almost hits the wall. Of course, Pascal Wehrlein ended up in that Sauber against the barriers. I hope we don't see that today. Pole position was held by Kimi Räikkönen during last year's race. But of course, we all know how Ferrari deal with Räikkönen, and he basically got second in the race. I shall not say any more. Let's go through the grid order. Yeah, I mean, alright, massive. Currently P1, still on a 123.9. Looking really good in the Haas then. Corey in P2 on a 124.4, and George on the exact same lap time, 124.423. And that's quite impressive because this track is about 2 miles long, and 2 miles to have the exact same lap time to the 1,000th of a second is quite impressive. Silent Assassin in P4 came close to a victory, not quite. Last time out, Lyle Blade, of course, ending the streak of different winners in Spain. So now we're just looking to see who can pick up victories next. Mr. Costa there in P6, Liam Robbo in P7, AVR Jake in P8, Kaksaksik in P9, Pagani currently P10. Lyle Blade outside the top 10 actually, so a lot of these guys haven't set laps. And of course in the wet it's all about being last across the line, because the drier it gets, well, we think it's getting drier. Each time they drive across the track they're creating a dry line, but the rain doesn't seem to be seceding, not like an ILR1. We've got guys switching to the intermediate tyres. I don't think we've got anybody on there. Let's just quickly check. No, we do not.
I didn't even realise it was getting lighter. It just felt the exact same going all the way around.
Yeah, well, some guys went on to the intermediates and it went well for them, but I don't think these guys are going to be risking it. It's still very, very heavy rain out there.
Paul McGuinness cutting the Nouveau chicane. Very naughty.
And that's a good point to switch to Paul McGuinness, actually, because you'll notice he's sporting a special helmet design today in honour of the Swedish DJ Avicii, who died during the week. He's carrying the Swedish colours on his helmet as a tribute. Of course, he worked in radio for many years, and he is a DJ, so he would have been very influenced by Avicii, and that is his tribute to him. So let's see if he can get a good result in the Toro Rosso.
Make Avicii proud.
Make him Avicii proud, exactly. Oh, there he goes. He goes to fifth, actually.
Good. That's very good for Paul, considering where he normally is.
I just noticed Dino Joe popped up to second as well. And look, all these guys have all set 124.4s.
They're all pads users as well. And I think Masses is a wheel user, which you can see why there's such a big gap between them and him.
Yeah, Pagani is out for this session. I'm not sure if he's in the wall. No, he just retired. I'm just checking him.
Having the best season.
I'm just looking at Massive just to see if he's... Oh, there's Sam going quickest. 123.8. There's the wheel user. I actually think Massive is a... I'm trying to look at it as his steering wheel. I think he is a wheel user. I'm not too sure, though. He clatters the wall. That's his end plate gone. He seems to have...
It's difficult to say, really.
Yeah.
I thought he was, the way his wheel was going through the first sector.
It does look a bit jittery, though. Oh dear.
That's a wall, a wall.
That is also a wall. He's not going to have another chance to improve, unfortunately.
That's a corner cut. That's a very close wall.
Yeah, well, unfortunately he's not going to be able to improve, but he is currently sitting on the front row.
He is costing Haas a lot for repairs on his car. After Spain with both Haas cars, and now this week with the broken front wing. There's only so many they can repair, and he's still going out?
I'm not too sure, but anyways, let's see what Lyle Blake can do. He's currently down in 15th. We've got some of the big players down the back. We've got Paga, we've got Lyle, and we've got Scott down there as well. So let's see what these guys can do. They're leaving it to very late to give this a go. So we're going to ride on board with the championship leader by one single point over Paga is Lyle Blade, and Paga is in 14th currently on the 126.3, and there's George doing a Nico Rosberg. He's gone down the escape road, yellow flags. But we don't have to worry about that today. There's Lyle Blade going through the Grand Hotel hairpin. Massive has retired. He's happy. He's currently sitting on the front row and he's on for his best grid position in ILR. There is this double sound of my voice there as I check chat there. Liveblade clattering the wall a little bit. It's all dry underneath in the tunnel. Running into the Nouvelle chicane. Oh, that's very... He's got it completely wrong there. Straight on through the Nouvelle chicane.
I believe that's how he invalidated
Mr. Costa the third. 123.96, misses out by 600 of a second, but he has another go. Liveblade will not have another go because he's going to go to the checkered flag this time by into Raskas then. I think that's Paga just ahead of him as well. Coming to the line then, what's Paga going to do? Is he going to improve? He goes to 10th, and then Liveblade cannot improve. Invalidated lap time, championship leader will start 15th, Paga in 10th.
Everyone who's put a lap so far beat my qualifying time.
Well, we still have the guy in P3, Mr. Costa. He can still improve if he needs to. Liam Robbo's taken it 123.7 and takes it by a 10th. So, riding on board with Mr. Costa, he was pole sitter for a long time during qualifying, but got beaten in the last dying moments. Can he improve on his grid position in P4? We still have DNA Joe to come around and set a lap as well. I think Scott is due to set one as well. Corey's parked up there on the exit of the swimming pool through Raskas. Mr. Costa, I think, is slightly down in his best. He only needs about 0.06 of a second to improve to a third position through Anthony Nogues. Here comes the Portugueseman. Can he set a better lap? He comes to the line and he goes no quicker. So it's Liam Robbo who's going to start on pole position for the Monaco Grand Prix. And there's AVR Jake doing a great lap at the last moment into P5. Liam Robbo.
P6.
And Dino Jones to P6 as well. Well then, Liam Robbo will start on pole position, I believe. That's his first one in ILR2, so congrats to him. He takes it by a 10th of a second over Sam, who starts in the front row. Massive with a great result as well. Will start P3 and his best qualifying in ILR2. Mr. Costa P4. AVR Jake, a great one as well in P5. DNA Joe P6. Silent Assassin P7. Corey P8. George P9. And Paul McGuinness in P10. Paga just outside the top 10. Kaksaksic P12. Matter P13, Pagani P14, Scott P15, and Liveblade and EFC Matthew down the back. And that's going to provide some interesting racing. This could turn the championship on its head once again. There's only 1 point between Paga and Liveblade. So let's see as we go to the race. It is dry. So there we have it. We're going to have slightly different strategies. So now we're going to see who's going to start on what. We're going to see who's going to start on those supers, who's going to start on those ultras, and will anybody take the dive to the softs? We'll wait and see. I
think a lot of people, if they had sense, would go onto the ultra softs in anticipation that there could be an incident. And if they get caught up, they can go straight onto those softs into the end.
Yeah, well, we'll see. In ILR1, of course, I think only 2 people opted for those super softs at the start. So we'll see what the situation is. We tend to have some interesting strategies in ILR2, so we'll see how it is. We'll have a formation lap, of course, and we'll see how these guys will start. So here we go then. Formation lap in Monaco for round number 5. And there is the tyres. Oh, different strategies. There you go. So we have Scott going for the soft tyres, interestingly enough. And we have 5 people going for the super softs. Top 8 going for the ultras.
I think a lot of the people are looking for damage limitation on the ultra softs. Again, they don't want to. If they get caught up in an incident, that's an easy swap to the softs into the end. Whereas Scott is kind of. I don't know if he gets caught up in an incident, he's kind of doomed himself to be far behind.
Well, we know he likes his long runs. So we'll see how that pans out. I think he's also sporting some Swedish colours on that helmet. Just noticed that as well. And Tom did make it back, of course. He is going to be starting in 18th on the supers. So let's see how he's able to carve his way through the field in that Ferrari. But it's Liam Robbo who's going to be starting on pole position. But he's got the Mercedes of Sam. And a good qualifying from Haas today. They're 3rd and 4th. But of course they had a double non-finish in Spain. So they're going to be looking to improve on that result. AVR Jake as well. Best qualifying of his career so far in P5. Let's see what he can do. from the third row of the grid. He's alongside the McLaren of DNA Joe, with Silent Assassin alongside him in P7, Corey in P8, George in P9, and Paul McGuinness is the last in the top 10. Paga will start 11th, and his championship rival Lioblade will start in 16th. Kaksaksik P12, Matter P13, Pagani P14, and EFC Matthew will be the last car to pull onto the grid then. Just in front of the Ferrari of Tom. They're facing towards turn 1. It is the shortest run to turn 1 on the calendar, but of course it can provide some interesting action. Here they go. Matt is the last to pull into the grid slots then. The green flags wave, the stewards are ready, we are ready for round number 5 of the ILR2 season. Lights go red! Lights out, and away we go. Liam Robbo spins the tyres up and gets a good exit towards turn 1. Massive looking on the inside of Flexi into turn 1. Can he get it done? Alongside, running up towards the second sector then. He's still alongside, but I think Flexi's just ahead. Yes, he is. Everybody getting through relatively cleanly. And I think DNA Joe has made a good position up into P5 there. AVR Jake holding off George behind then. Bits of carbon fibre flying in the background. I'm not quite sure.
From the Toro Rosso.
Toro Rosso. Paul McGuinness, unfortunately, somebody's looking down the inside of Kaksaksik. Oh, there's contact with the Saubers. Paul McGuinness launched it down the inside of Matinee. And they're all...
Casper's got damage.
He does indeed. He's crawling through the Grand Hotel hairpin.
Damage. EVL Better damage. Leo Blade damage.
A lot of damage. A lot of damage, unfortunately. Its most costly place for front wings is Monaco, but Liam Robbo and Flexi getting away very well off the line then. And he leads after one lap. DNA Joe made up a position after that lap. AVR Jake dropping 1. Everybody else seems to hold position. Paga losing 1. And nobody really a big loser in that one. So we have another 2 laps to go before DRS is enabled. And Liam Robbo says the fastest lap, of course. But now we're going to have the 2 Hasses together.
And Leo Blade all in.
Yeah, so here we go. Begins the first tirade of changing to some front wings. They better have some spares. They're going to need a lot today. I believe the record is 14 pit stops, if I'm correct, from last season.
I think it actually got beaten this season.
Well, okay. Was it? It must have been ILR4 that it was beaten in then, or ILR3. But I remember 14 pit stops for front wings, and eventually they gave up trying to change the front wing. Right now,
they didn't have enough front wings, but just looking at their strategy, ultra soft, and super soft. It's not the soft like I expected them to go to the end on.
Yeah.
That's they're expecting to catch back up.
DNA Joe on the wall.
Barriers. That's
end plate's gone. So now he's going to have to... A lot more than the end plate is gone. He's got the cascade elements gone as well. And of course you need all of the downforce. Oh, it's a bit of a stack up behind. Josh comes in. Sam sets fast lap. He's all over the back of Liam, actually. He's got some good pace in that Mercedes. And of course, Sam, he's been here so long, but without a victory. Can he get one today? Here in Monaco. He got massive, just sitting 1.1 behind. So he'll be ready to pick up the pieces.
This will be Sam's best chance in getting a win, I think. A Will track, it's one track he really does enjoy. It's just the incidents in ILR2 last season prevented him from doing anything from how far up he was.
Maybe this will be his break. We've got AVR Jake is showing how to control the pace here in Monaco with a 4-car train he has there with the Mercedes. And the Ferrari, that's Pagani, out after 3 laps.
Whoa,
oh dear.
Whoa, that car is...
Oh my god.
That is a very interesting retirement.
Now, how has he done that?
What has happened to his car?
I don't really know. He might need to head into the church for some prayers. But anyways,
Oh, you never saw what I saw. His car was bouncing around and flipping over.
I just had a broken car in front of me.
He was flipping like mad.
Oof. Silent Assassin had to think about it. Jake is starting to lag, which is not good. In 5th place there. Silent Assassin was momentarily alongside, but had to back out because he didn't really know where Jake was, which is not what you want when you're racing around Monaco, especially. We saw plenty of moves into this section of track now. In ILR1, of course.
Oh, Corey right on the rear of the diffuser of George. It's pushing him along the hairpin.
Yeah, so these guys still very close together after 4 laps, and Flexi's still staying with Liam. 7 tenths behind now. Silent Assassin, thinking about a move, there's contact, that's not how you do it. Oh. Contact made into the Nouvelle chicane, and Corey.
That's going to be at least some illegal overtakes, surely.
He's taken
fair play, he avoided the incident like you would, but the game will penalise him for that, and it wouldn't exactly be too
and he comes into the pits anyway. So,
oh dear, Jordan misjudged the last corner.
Oh, here we go.
Side by side with George.
Oh, banging wheels!
Oh, Jordan's got a bit deep.
Oh, they're still alongside, running up towards the first section here. This is going to get a bit tight.
Surely.
Oh, they're still alongside into Mirabel. On the outside. Not a chance has he done that. Oh, just couldn't do it. Great bit of racing there. So fair, giving each other the room. That was fantastic.
I believe both of them might have a broken front wing. It's difficult to tell in that Force India whether or not he has a broken front wing. He does. Compared to Liam, he has broken parts on the left-hand side.
Fabulous racing. Also, Massive has hit the wall. He's lost a bit of his front wing, and Mr. Costa is now into 3rd position. I thought we were going to see an ILR4 move there, but not quite. Great stuff.
It's not overtaking a season contender, unfortunately.
No, unfortunately. Flexi's still all over the back of Liam. He needs the run out of Anthony Noakes.
Josh and Corey have done what I expected them to do and go on the soft tyres to the end.
Yeah, so just keep an eye on them. Let's see how far they can get up. Silent Assassin, 5 second stop go. Oh dear. Mr. Costa 3 seconds back. We've got a yellow flag in Sector 3. Oh, that's Scott. He spun in Anthony Noakes and lost the front. Oh, that's a horrible place to spin.
Oh, no. Scott.
He's ruined his stint on the softs now. He's going to have to come in and maybe try an alternate one. That's not what he needed. He likes his long stints, does Scott. He could have been really far up. But unfortunately, I think he's after bottling that strategy.
This could be the start of going on to Super Sauce to the end for Scott if he wants to dare try it, because I think around this lap is the margin of you can make it to the end if you take care of those tyres.
But meanwhile, Tom has made good tracks. From 18th, he's in 9th, just behind Paga now. He's on the Super Softs. He started there, right on the back of him. Let's see what he can do then. Riding on board through to back.
Oh, that's a tap of the wall for Parga.
Just testing the limits.
We're looking to capitalise on Scott's mistake and try and get that points difference back up again.
Absolutely. Of course.
And I'm glad I used the right word this time.
Yeah, of course. Scott, I think, just let some drivers through there.
He's got the one Paul McGuinness behind him now.
Yeah.
Oh, he's come out of that. He went to turn in, but unlike Daniel Kvyat, backed out and let him through.
So unfortunate for Scott. Oh well, we're still going well. Only one retirement so far from the Monaco Grand Prix.
Oh, Corey's got past Josh.
Oh, he has. Yeah, he has.
Jordan's right there to keep him company. All of them on soft tyres to the end if they can't afford to get into a scrap. One bad incident and that's them all gone. As Leo Blades now come in to join the fray.
He's on ultra softs. He had to stop, of course. See, this shouldn't be too hard for him to get past.
But it is Monaco.
Yeah. We always say it shouldn't be hard to get past, but it really, really is. I'm just looking back to the front then. Sam still cannot find a way past Liam, but he's now closer than he ever has been. Liam, I think, starting to struggle with the tyre wear, perhaps. Run through Casino Square. Top of the wall for Sam. Oh, very close. Just gets it stopped, but he's now, I think, got the confidence to maybe try an attack. different lines for each of
You'll
them
have
through
to
there. Oh, Liam's making a mistake.
something.
He's made a mistake and in through this next section under the tunnel there, but a poor run from Sam will mean that Liam should hold on.
It'll be difficult. I think Sam will have to bide his time, wait for the pit stop window, and take an undercut. He'll have to take the undercut and make that work. Otherwise, he is going to be stuck behind Liam all the time, and he's never going to get past until the end of the race. And he'll have to make an audacious move, and it could end up in a catastrophe.
Yeah, the undercut is very powerful around here, so you may as well make use of it. Back to the battle between Tom and Paga. No changes yet. And a lot of the overtakes, as I said, will be made in strategy and in the pit stops at this point. We're going on to lap 10.
Josh. Oh, Theo Blades got onto a set of softs. I think he's realised everyone around him was on softs.
In comes
and
Paga.
He's decided to change up his strategy.
Paga is in, so Lyle will definitely be going to the end on that set. So it's going to be Paga to the softs. To the end, I would assume. And a new wing. Not super softs, actually. Never mind.
Oh no, softs?
No, never mind.
Make your mind up, game.
And suddenly, that gap between Liam and Sam's gone up to 1.1. So I'm not quite sure. Now there's just...
Jordan is still hounding Josh.
So the two closest people on track right now are Silent Assassin and Josh in P11. Everybody else is about 2 or 3 seconds apart from everybody else. And getting on the brakes then. Silent Assassin looking for a way past Josh here. Matt is in as well.
We do know that Jordan has had a fair few amount of instance of bad luck in Monaco in ILR. ILR3 last season, great example.
I think we might see a move here. Down the inside of the Nouvelle chicane. Can he make that move? Very nice.
Wow. But Josh has come straight back. Nope, he's managed to get him away on the exit. That's a brilliant move.
Very nicely done into the Nouvelle chicane. Josh gave him the room, didn't turn in on him, which is always nice.
I think Josh has realised he can't afford to battle, can't afford to get in a scrap and lose his front wing.
Yep, lap 10, go on to lap 11 of 39. Liam going through Portier right now. Sam still close behind. The gap fluctuating between 1.5 and about 5/10. And Mr. Costa lurking in the background. Massive still running around in 4th. I think he's still running around with wing damage as well. I think so. I think he is. And George is the first of the super soft runners in P5. With AVR Jake still running around in P6. Kaksaksik in P7. Tom in P8. And EFC Matthew in P9. And Corey in P10. Now, I think Matthew started in P17, so I don't know how he's got this far up. But the two guys who started on the back are well up in P8 and 9.
Avoiding all the incidents by staying back at the beginning and moving up as people pit.
Smart driving.
I think the super soft runners, though, might have doomed themselves. Because as their tyres go out, the soft runners will eventually get in front. And being on ultra softs is going to be an uphill battle in getting past them. Because obviously it's Monaco, it's going to be tight, it's going to be difficult to make an overtake. I think the soft runners might have an advantage here if they can keep their pace up.
So, we've got 5 people on the softs currently. Corey is the first of those. And he's currently P10. Jordan just behind in P11. Josh is there in P12 and not quite on the pace. Paul McGuinness there as well. Paga in P40. No, he actually is on softs, excuse me. And Lyle Blade also on softs, switching from ultra softs to softs.
6 users on the softs, and I feel that Lyle Blade may have mucked up his strategy so much that he's not going to capitalise on anything. With the gap he's got to the other soft runners, he's not going to be good.
Yeah.
At all.
Currently, the two guys at the top of the championship are currently on course to score a total of 0 points. And that's going to be interesting for the championship. If I can just get the standings up, then we can maybe work out what's going to happen here, because it's going to be all topsy-turvy.
It might be Liam who will gain the most, considering all his other title rivals are so far back.
Yeah.
Getting that 25 points could easily elevate him straight up into that leading position, I believe. It might be wrong, but I'm trying to calculate in my head because it's standings up in the moment.
Yeah, well, Jordan is currently third in the standings, but he's also down, scoring 0 points currently. So it would be Liam to benefit the most out of this. He's in 5th in the championship. Also Sam as well, he's in 6th. He can really boost himself up a bit as well. So this is really going to kind of bring everything closer, if everything was to stay the way it is.
Tom's now on the back of Casper.
He is, carving his way through the field.
Casper is still nursing that front wing damage from very early on in the race. He's obviously going to be dropping in pace as his tyre wear goes, and it's only about time that the ultra soft runners will also pit. There's none of them are pitting just yet.
Yeah, poor run from Tom there out of Anthony Noakes. I also saw George on the back of Massive as well in P5. So we'll see, possibly see a move there. Running up the hill then. Trying to find a way past Casper here. Oh, getting a bit loose. Trying to keep it together as we run towards the quarter-way mark here. Towards the halfway.
The 1/3 of the completion of this track when Liam hits that finish line.
Indeed, so Tom didn't quite get the run that lap, so he's going to have to wait another little while. But he's able to get very... Oh, Jesus, Casper hits the wall on the way out of the Nouvelle Chicane. So just getting a little bit loose on the rears, and that's the front wing completely gone. Sam is in, by the way, and he's gone to the Super Softs. Now, where's that going to bring him out? Let's just see. I think he should be going to bring him out in 5th in front of his teammate. Could be close, actually. Jake's coming through. No, he's actually behind his teammate, so maybe some team order. He's going to get out in front of Tom, just about. That's probably what he needed to do. That puts...
They should catch to Jake easily, no.
Well, possibly some team orders at play here.
Could he get Jake to hold up Tom?
That might be a smart idea. Then we move back to Massive, who's now... well, actually, George has got past him, actually, for 3rd. I didn't realise that.
That's not good for Matthew. A delayed pit stop because Casper came in the same lap.
Oh, double stacking in the Sauber garage.
Oof, that's not handy for him. Now it'll be dropping him far behind what he wanted as Paul has just gone past Josh. Oh, Josh is damaged.
Yeah, he has. That's Liam Robbo in from the lead. And he's going to go to... Let's just see what he does.
To respond
Super Softs.
Sam.
Mr. Costa takes the lead.
The last 2 corners.
This could be tight. He's got his teammate in front of him, though. This could be a little bit dodgy. Liam's on his way out. Sam's surging down towards turn 1. I think Liam's ahead. It's going to be a little bit tight. I think Liam has got it. Yeah, he has. He's well in front.
Yeah, has not helped him out.
So unfortunately, Sam, the undercut has not worked for him. And he's got to find a way past his teammate now. Riding on board with him. And there he goes down the inside. Is he going to fight it? No fight at all. Nice move. Down towards the Grand Hotel Chicane. Now Sam needs to get the boot down and stay with Liam. We still are waiting for Mr. Costa to make his stop, and George as well. He's going to be going a bit longer because I think he started... No, he didn't start on the Ultra Soft. He didn't start on the Super Soft, so he's going to be going a bit longer. Let's just quickly check that. Sorry, no, George did start on the Super Softs. Excuse me, he did. So he'll be going a bit longer. There we go. There's Corey with the penalty. Mr. Costa going a bit longer on this stint. Just looking at back to Tom. Jake's then. Jake is in. And he's going to Super Softs. And a new wing for him as well. He was running with wing damage as well, which didn't help him. Now Corey's going to benefit, and he's going to take 6th away. And himself and Jordan kind of sticking a little bit together as they try to go to the end on this set of soft tyres. And where's going to bring Jake out? He's going to come out in 10th behind Paul McGuinness and just in front of Paga. So Paul McGuinness into 9th and Jake still holding on to a points position then. Let's go back down to, I think, if you're Matt and Scott having a little battle for 15th. Not for any points, but certainly for pride. Let's see what happens then. Matt, of course, in his first race with his new team, EVR. And doing... I don't think he's doing as well as he thought he would. He got second in Bahrain. But not having the best of days here, as we just saw Mr. Costa in. And he's got super softs on, as Sam is lighting the timing screens alight. Tom into P4 now. Mr. Costa's going to come out in 5th. And Corey is not far behind, actually. He's just coming down the main straight there. So sticking with Sam as he starts to put the pressure on. George is in the lead. It is a Force India 1-2 at the moment here in Monaco. Let's go back to Jake, as he said. He's right on the back of Paul McGuinness.
At the wall.
Running up the hill. Into Massenet. Looking for a way past. He's right there as we run down. Down the hill towards Mirabos. Is there going to be a move on here? No, Paul McGuinness defends that. Sticking on board with the Mercedes into the Grand Hotel hairpin. Very wide for Paul McGuinness there. And into Portier. Good run from Jake there. So he just needs to stick with him. Weaving around a little bit as he tries to warm the tyres up. And down towards the Nouvelle Chicane. Is there going to be a move on here? He's going to try a move. He thinks about it. Very close to his rear. Down towards Tabak then. No move on for him just yet. And there won't be one through here. Certainly not. Maybe into Raskas if he can get a run out of the swimming pool. Don't think he's going to have one on here. And, oh, maybe a little one's Dante Nogues. Definitely not there. DRS down towards Sandoval then. Is there going to be a move on for Jake? No sign of one. Back to the front momentarily as we see Liam Robbo switching positions with his teammate. Team orders come into effect in the tunnel. And now George, I would assume, is going to try and hold Sam back as much as he can. And that is a perfect place for George to do it, because now Sam's going to be stuck behind him if he can't make a move into Tabak. Oh, there's contact into Tabak. No way. Down the inside. Contact. A lot of contact. He had to do it. It's Monaco. He had to do it. And through into P2 goes Sam. Very, very audacious. And a lot.
Doesn't look like too much damage happened.
Wow.
That was a very aggressive, but it wasn't exactly a dirty move either. If anything, it was a bit of karma backlash to George for the contact at the start of the move.
Oh, Matthew, very, very... Be careful here, man. Gets out of the way. That is not a place you want to come out in front of the leaders. Just trying to see if there's any damage on Sam's car.
Doesn't look like it.
Doesn't look too bad. Mr. Costa on the fresh tyres on the back of Tom. 4P4 then. So let's see what he can do. Very close to his rear diffuser. This is the... I guess Maurizio Rivabeni won't be too happy with this, because he's about to get passed by the customer team in the Haas there. Unless Tom can put in that defensive mass class or just come in. He hasn't stopped yet. And he should be surely getting towards the end of the life of those super softs. He started on them. Let's see what Mr. Costa can do then. Backs off into Raskas, just lifts off the throttle. Yellow flag in sector 3. Coming through. That's George. He spun it. George has spun it. That is not good. Now Tom's in a podium position.
That's not good. That is a photocopy of Scott's spin.
That's really going to help Corey now. He's on the soft tyres. He's in 5th, and he's charging after the guys up front.
Oh, Paul McGuinness.
Paul McGuinness has spun at Raskas, I believe.
I think he's just broken his front wing off on just so he can actually pit.
Yeah.
Front wing on, but he's slowing up Leo Blade. I don't think he meant to.
Oh, Silent Assassin passed George there. Just saw that. Corey just got a 5-second stop-go penalty for ignoring the yellow flags, but I don't think that's going to be held. Because it is...
was George more or less on his incident? You shouldn't have one. All he did was pass George.
Here we go, Mr. Costa on Tom. He's going to think about moving to the new chicane down the inside. Tom's going to defend that very well on the outside. Very well done. And Corey is closing in. He's 3.5 seconds back. Now these guys are 10 seconds behind Liam and Sam. But this could really help him. Right on the back of Tom, but no sign of any room just yet. DRS. But not the best run from Mr. Costa there. Have to think about it up towards Massenet. George is in. Maybe try and think about it into Mirabeau. Quite a popular place to overtake. Oh, Tom's lost it. Loses it on the way through the casino square. Loses a bit of his front wing. And oh dear. I just saw a Sauber down the escape road. And that is EFC Matthew. Oh dear.
Jack, you jinxed it. You said still 17 drivers.
Now we're down to 16. Thanks.
You jinxed it, Jack. Well done.
We very much appreciate it.
Are you happy? He only gets his way.
Yeah.
Doesn't.
Hashtag rigged.
Armor.
Now.
Scripted.
Back to Casper. He's on the back of Paga, actually. So let's see.
He has been following Matt Williams for several laps now, not trying to make a move. He's just been following him through, just trying to just hold that points position at the moment. I think he's happy. He's in 10th. And I think
Tom is in.
make a rash move.
Let's see what Tom's going to do. Ultra softs, it looks like.
It is.
And a new front wing.
He's going to be pumping in those laps.
Keep an eye on him. He's going to come out behind Jake. It could be tight with Paga, actually. Paga's coming down the main straight. Yeah, definitely going to be behind Paga and Casper. And he's going to be, should be in front of Lyle. Yeah, he is. Well in front of Lyle, but he's going to have to get through that battle these guys are having.
But he's in the points, and unfortunately his back row buddy, FC Matthew, has retired. So they won't be holding hands over the finish line.
Yeah, unfortunately. Keeping an eye on the battle with Casper then. Still following the Williams.
Oh, little Scott train. Josh possibly making a move on Scott towards Casino. No, he backs out of that for now.
He'll have a good run down towards Mirabeau though. Let's have a look on board with DNA Joe. No move on there.
But Matt is there, just biding his time as well in Sector 2. Flags. Oh, AVR Jake.
Oh, and Matt as well. Matt has piled it in the wall at the hairpin. He somehow didn't break his front wing. It's that low speed he didn't break it. Here comes Josh down the inside of the Nouvelle chicane. Is he going to make that? Oh no, he spun it. It hits the barrier, the little bit of barrier that sticks out there. And that has dropped him 2 positions.
Little to no damage. And McLaren.
Yeah, Jake now dropping time to these guys, Paga and Casper.
Tom's coming in. He's coming in hot on those ultra softs.
Very, very quick. So he's got to carve his way past these guys. Remember, Tom started 18th on the grid. So either way, it's going to be a good result. Very tight line through the Grand Hotel. Gap up front staying consistent, about 1.5 seconds. So no changes up there.
No, Casper's still just fine with being stuck behind Paga.
Oh! Wow!
What a repeat of letting Tom through last time.
Yeah, almost did it again. Through swimming pool. And through the Raskas. Is Casper going to think about a move here? No.
I have a feeling Tom might get a bit impatient and make a rash move and pay the price for it. Because he's on the faster tyres, he wants to get past these. He knows he's faster than them. But it's just Monaco's such a tight circuit, it's really difficult to make a move.
Oh, he's going to think about it here, though. Running up towards the top of the hill.
Oh, no!
No
space given.
No
Max.
space. No space. And that is Casper pretty much out of the running. And Lyleblade takes the points position away. So it looks like Lyleblade may get points after all.
There's mirrors for a reason, Casper. That's heavily unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, Josh Germani outside. Look.
Yeah.
Oh, he's dropped. He's just dropped massively.
Yeah.
And if you gave him a bit more space, he might have not collided. They could have been a fair fight. And it's just done all wrong for Casper.
Tom was very lucky to come out of that with no damage.
It's that Ferrari. They bribed the way into having a harder front wing put in after their incidents in Spain. They didn't want anything else happening.
Yeah. Well, now Tom has got to find his way past Paiga.
That's going to be a fun time for the Ferrari.
Clips the wall on the way in to Sandoval. Now running up the hill once more. Through Massenet into Casino Square, down to Mirabeau. Maybe a move on here. He's going to think about it, maybe. But knows Paiga will defend that. Gap up front, under a second.
Sam has turned up the afterburners.
I think he knows he's got a chance of a win now. So let's go momentarily to the battle up front. As Sam tries to chase that elusive ILR victory. 3 seasons he's been trying, but no luck so far. But this is his best chance. Just got to keep it between the barriers. And hope for a mistake from Liam. Back to the battle between Paiga and Tom then. Big oversteer moment from Tom there. Through Anthony Nogues. Paiga with the better run.
Paiga would just be hoping not to run out of fuel.
Yeah. We know how that goes.
It was karma for Spain last season. Calling it right here.
Yeah, Tom's just he's got to be thinking about a move now. We're going to move back to the front because Sam is edging closer. 6/10 the gap now. He can taste blood, I think. He can smell blood from Liam. Just checking his Liam does leave him damage. I don't think he does, no. Just Sam has turned up the engine. He's turned up the wick. Party mode is engaged. Here comes Sam. It's lap 27 of 39. 12 laps to go. Still lots of time to go in this race. I think I just saw somebody go off there. I'm not quite sure who it was. Move back to Paiga and Tom once again. I see the two Toro Rossos going close together as well, down in 14th and 15th. We'll go to that if we can in a moment. Just pop down there, see how they're getting on. Yep. They're getting on fine, they haven't crashed yet, which is always good. Oh, Tom, bad run through Casino. Just, I think he's getting a little bit frustrated behind the Williams now. It's just so hard to find a way past here in Monaco. Running in dirty air for so long doesn't help your tyre wear either.
If Tom overtakes Paiga at this current moment in time, Paiga and Lyleblade would be equal on points in the championship.
Here he comes into the Nouvelle chicane. He's going to go down the inside. He's going to have a go. Oh, contact. Contact again. Front wing is gone, and that's his chances gone. Paga
dear.
has lost a bit of his front wing as well. And here comes his championship rival.
It's just a lack of awareness on one another. It's Casper turned it on Tom, and then Paga does near enough the exact same. Fair play. It's a corner it's a corner you'd expect an overtake in Monaco. It's one of the few corners in Monaco you'd expect an overtake. But Paga turning in on him and cutting him off was a bit iffed. It wasn't fair, because Tom has lost out massively because of it. And it's just a lack of spatial awareness.
Yeah, so some quite questionable instance here in Monaco.
It's desperation for points.
Yeah. And Lioblade is the one who's going to capitalise a little bit now. Into 9th. And that gap up front. 5/10. 10 laps to go. They have 20 seconds over Mr. Costa, who's actually coming in as he's lost his front wing. Oh dear. And look who's going to capitalise. Into 3rd place goes Corey.
Matt Williams is nursing a broken front wing.
Yeah, I can see it on the left-hand side.
Careful.
And he's got Jordan closing in, who's also got a broken front wing.
I think almost every soft runner has a broken front wing in some sort.
We're going to keep an eye on this battle between Liam and Sam, because it's holding up. Sam is keeping within that half a second range.
Ooh, that was a bit of front wing. At least I saw a bit of debris go somewhere.
Can we check Liam's front wing if we can through the section? Doesn't look to have any damage on it. It's getting exciting now. Sam has got some good traction. He's starting to close.
It was Paul McGuinness's wing. He was only just up ahead from him. It was his wing.
Lap 30 of 39. There is a battle for the lead in Monaco.
Lord Sector 3. Who has spun in Sector 3?
Not quite sure. It was a momentary yellow flag. The battle is 4/10 of a second up front. Liam is always better through this first section. But they've got some lapped traffic coming up now. Who is that they've got to pass? I think it's the two Toro Rossos of Matt and Paul. And this is not going to help Liam, depending on if they get out of the way. This might be actually optimum. They should just not take the chicane here to get out of the way of these guys. Let's see how they react. They do not.
They're not really caring.
Yeah, well, I don't think they may have not looked in their mirrors yet. But they've got these guys closing in hard and fast. Tap of the wall from Sam. But now you're going to see how close Sam can get as a result. Paul McGuinness comes in. That's perfect. And gets 5 second stop go.
Cars have all jumped into the pits.
Wow. So from 11th down to 14th have all come in.
Fastest laps. They just want a bit of a redemption.
I think so. But Corey is on for a podium finish.
EVR Matt. He's about to get into 11th side by side with George up the hill.
Oh my goodness me! Oh, up the hill towards Matinee. Is he going to get it done? Yes, he is. He's made it.
George looking for that gap, but he can't go past it from now. Is he going to try a move? Possibly looking around the outside. No, it blocks up the brakes, and I think that battle may be on a standstill for now. Corey's into the pits.
Corey's in for a wing change. Silent Assassin also goes into 3rd.
Oh, he's got a bit more broken front wing than he had before.
We've got a battle for 4th now. Jake and Massive fighting for their best finishes in ILR. And we also have the battle up front between Sam and Liam. Here comes Jake on the inside, down towards Mirabal. There's contact. Is he gonna
lock up the brakes?
He's still held on the outside. Oh,
just doesn't give him the space, and that's shunts.
Oh, he's hit the wall on the way out as well. And look who's in the background. Mr. Costa is on Ultrasofts in the background.
This is... It's... Monaco, tight. You need 100% spatial awareness at all times, and the drivers haven't been giving as much as they should.
Monaco, tight, twisty, and treacherous. Oh, massive moment from Jake. As he runs through... No, not a move here through swimming pool on the inside. Gets it done.
Massive no front wing. sitting duck, and he's
Yeah.
just let his teammate go.
As Mr. Costa.
Oh, his teammate.
Sam must have had a mistake somewhere. 1.2 the gap goes to.
He might have realised that there's just no way he can get past him. He was stuck behind him for so long. He has half a lap extra fuel compared to Liam's lap of extra fuel, so it could be that Sam just doesn't have the fuel anymore to attack, and he's having to pull back for now, but he's managed to gain massively in the last sector.
I'd say he went absolutely flat through the swimming pool section. He's still very much trying. He's back within 7/10 and back within DRS range all of a sudden. It's not over yet. He's not giving up.
10.
He wants this win so badly. Mr. Costa and Jake now. Mr. Costa on fresh ultra soft tyres.
There's two drivers who love Monaco up in first and second.
Oh, here we go. Corey, Lyobladen and Paga all together.
Oh dear, that's going to be a disaster, surely.
The two championship leaders, 6th and 7th.
Oh, sector 2, yellow flag. George has broken his front wing off.
Well, right now, Paga's going to gain a points advantage over Lyoblade.
It's just going wrong for everyone.
Sam is very much pushing hard. He's able to gain so much time through the swimming pool section. Look how much he closes up. Look at this. Up towards Raskas. He's trying. He's going for a move. Into Raskas. He's going for it. He's going for it. He's done it. He's done it. What a move. For the lead of the race. He had to try it. And he's done it.
Yet, though. It's not done yet.
Liam Robbo down towards turn 1, but he can't find a way past. That was incredible. Oh, he's lost it.
Oh, he's hit into the back of. Do not pit now, Liam. You do not want to lose that massive gap. You have the third. Just trundle to the end.
I do not believe it. Sam with an incredible move into Raskas. And now, with a broken front wing, Liam Robbo has dropped away. Sam is on his way to victory.
He just has to nurse that broken front wing, Liam.
He's got about 30-ish seconds to Jordan.
He won't be able to get past him. If he gets stuck behind him, he'll have to stay out. That 30-second gap will dwindle down slowly, but not enough. They both have broken front wings. It's purely he just has to get to the end.
Oh, Corey tried the same thing, but he hit the back of Lyle. And he's gonna get past, I think.
Whoa.
Yes, he does. He's got a broken front wing, though. Lyoblade's gonna come back, though, I reckon, down towards turn number 1. Sandoval. No way through. That was incredible stuff from Sam. I'm sure he's already punching the air inside the cockpit. But now he's just got to try and just get the car to the end.
I wouldn't let go of that steering wheel in Monaco.
I can imagine the sweat on his hands right now. Liam Robbo 4.3 behind. Yeah, let's hope not. He's dropping back, but he has got a good advantage over Jordan, so he's just got to get it to the end, does Liam Robbo. What a shame for him. Now this will be interesting. Corey has a broken front wing. Paga does not, but he's on much older tyres. How's this one going to come out? Oh, hits the wall again. Keeping an eye towards Raskas. Massive makes a move past Tom. That was a great move. Did it into back. Right on his tail. Down towards Sandoval.
He's going to make a move in a turn. What? He's trying to let Paga know he's there.
He wants his way through. Paga's ignoring team orders. He's ignoring the team orders. This is incredible scenes in Monaco.
He's going to have to try. He had to try and go for that gap on the inside, and he hasn't.
Well, Paga is in the championship fight. He's going to have to try it here. Into Mirabo. He's going to go down the inside. Yes, he is. He's going to run his teammate out to the wall. And that's him through into P6. Frostiness in the Williams garage.
Corey did say he was going to start sweating it out now.
Oh, George spun again.
George. What has happened? Oh dear.
He always seems to start well and Just can't quite get the finish.
It's the top 4 are all wheel users.
Yeah. I'm just noticing, I think we have a little battle going on between... I think Casper and Matt. Yeah, we do. For P11. And Liam, of course, dropping back because of his wing damage, but he's still got 24 seconds over Jordan.
Yeah, pause his game to message in the chat.
Casper on his way into Rascat. He's going to try and go around the outside of Rascat. Surely not. Going to watch the cutback on the way out, but Matt covers that really well. Tank Slapper on the way out. DRS for
line out. No.
Fishtailed on his way out.
The resident Finn on the grid, Casper.
Yeah, indeed.
He needs to go rally style now. He just needs to get that car sideways and around the outside.
Of course, these guys all know how to do Scandinavian flicks. They're just born to do it. So, Matt looking to defend, and he does so. If only these cars had a handbrake.
They would be deadly.
Imagine.
The fishtail 24/7.
It'd be great. Send them around dirt tracks.
No, they're used for snow rather than dirt. Just chains around the tyres, drifting.
Yeah, no, they can totally do Rally Sweden then. Anyways.
We need to get a petition to start for them to start doing that.
Yeah, the FIA World F1 Rally Cross Championship or something like that.
Kimi Raikkonen will win every championship.
You see,
of that.
F1 is struggling for views, and Rallycross is doing really well. So why not combine the two in the most ambitious crossover ever?
It's a more ambitious crossover than Jimmy Neutron and Timmy Turner.
Yeah. Infinity War thinks it's the most ambitious crossover. Nah, nah. F1 and Rallycross, boys, that's what you want. Anyway, back to Massive, who's chasing after Lioblade. Got a damaged wing. And also, Massive has also got... he got somebody for company. Oh, sorry, that's a lapped car. That's a lapped Toro Rosso.
It's Paul McGuinness. You can't say it's a lapped Toro Rosso when it's the Paul McGuinness.
Unfortunately, at the most kind of the hardest track to overtake, we haven't seen an MCG train.
Oh,
there he goes.
Front wing off Massive's.
Oh, he's gonna.
He's just tapping that Red Bull.
Yeah, that's bump drafting doesn't work.
Tapping that Red Bull on the backside.
Yeah, and now he's got absolutely no cascade elements on the front of that front wing. And
Casper, right behind Matt still.
Yeah, and by the way, let's just skip to Sam then. He's on the final lap. And I for a moment, I thought that was Liam Robbo, but it's actually his teammate George, who's trying to just... Maybe. The scenes.
Team orders torpedo.
Yeah, George the Torpedo. Sam is on his way. He's won many, many times in various other leagues, but 3 seasons a victory has eluded him in ILR. Trying for so long, came so close yet so far in so many different races. ILR2, he came close many times, but of course, so many incidents last season that he just wouldn't come together for him. But he's got one more sector to go. And here he goes in the Mercedes. Also see Jake is actually closing in on Silent Assassin for 3rd as well. We'll go back to that shortly. Coming through the swimming pool then. It's taken 3 seasons and 2 years of trying. Coming through Anthony Noakes for the final time. At last he's done it. Sam is going to win the Monaco Grand Prix for Mercedes. Fantastic day for them. He's finally done it for Mercedes. Incredible, incredible stuff. Liam Robbo is going to hold on for P2, but I don't think the battle for P3 is over just yet. Jake is right there. Liam Robbo, he's managed to get there. He's managed to get P2. Let's keep an eye on Jake as we go through towards Raskas. It's going to be a last-minute podium for his first podium in ILR. Silent Assassin's going to defend. It's going to be close. I think Silent Assassin might hold on. I think he might do.
Jordan has a 5-second time penalty because he didn't do his stop-go.
That is true. Sanders hasn't come across the line. Jakes gets a podium. He's got his first podium in ILR. What a day for Mercedes. What a day. Mr. Costa in P4, and there's a collision. Oh dear, frostiness. Not happy. Silent Assassin finishes in P5.
Target trying to get past Corey for 6th.
Yeah, they still...
Corey has so many penalties on him, it just might as well be the entire rulebook at this point.
Yeah, the fireworks go off in the background. Papaga holds on for P6.
Rear Blade coming in for 7th. Obviously, Corey's penalties, a good few might get removed, but... No.
Yeah. Well, he still picks up a point.
But the first victory for Sam, and now he can retire a happy man.
Yeah, that's his ILR career over. You may as well say goodbye to him. There he is, finally on the top step. Sam stands there. Also, for the first time, his teammate, AVR Jake, stands alongside him on the podium with Liam Robbo. A great drive, heroic drive to P2. But what a fantastic race. A fantastic race in ILR 1 and a fantastic race in ILR 2. And join us tomorrow for ILR 4 from Canada. And will, of course, join us back here next week at 7 PM for ILR 2 in Canada. What a race. What a day for Mercedes. Thank you all so much for watching. We appreciate every single one of you. And we'll see you all next time in Canada. Bye-bye.